So something really stupid happened. As you can see, my phone decided to die on me, but before I did that I actually took a backup on my laptop. That didn't work. So looks like I have to wait this one out. So this is going to take about 2 hours. So let that do its thing. In the meantime, what can we do in 2 hours? Probably we can convert the new RD which came here into a CDI bike. So we won't be able to start it today because we have just bought the wiring and the wiring has not reached me yet. It is one district apart, almost 60 kilometers apart from where I am right now. So hopefully it would be shipped tomorrow. So we'll get that tomorrow, but in the meantime we can do the things in the clutch cover so that all we need to do is just plug up a couple of stuff and we'll be good to go. So I'm going to use the CDI system on my RD because this RD belongs to a friend who is very close, and if I don't say these good words about him, he's going to be really pissed. So he's going to see and know what happened today through this video. So let's go ahead and surprise him. If this is your first time to the channel, consider subscribing, press the bell icon and never miss an update. Mr. Joe, next time before you decide to weld something like this, understand that I have an angle grinder which is this big and I cannot reach this spot that easily. So there has been a small bit of collateral damage. I know that it is going to hurt you pretty bad and it's going to kick your OCD all together, but this is one damage and there is a small scratch over here as well. So that would always remind you of what happened today. So this I will fill. What I'll do is I'll apply some putty here and then I'll apply a bit of paint so he cannot see, but this will be always there. This is to remember, never ever weld your gear lever with the shaft. Okay, so yeah, so let's get back to taking apart things. So I'll put you guys on the tripod again. Now Mr. Joe, we are on full commitment mode. I haven't seen a worst rat's nest in my life. The wiring was, simply put, horrible. This was a huge fire hazard. I don't know how you survived for this long. See this wire? This is supposed to be a ground wire. So nobody can actually figure out if anything goes wrong in this. This is one heck of a wiring job done by your mechanic. So yeah, appreciations to him, they're due. So it took me almost 1 hour to just go through all this. Okay, so today's video is the continuation of what we did last. Probably you will see it as one single video. So what we have done is we have removed the points, but the points flywheel and the points cam was kind of stuck. So since it was not being used for a very long time, so what I did is I kind of bought a points magnet puller and took it apart. So now the next thing that we need to do immediately is we need to start installing the CDI back. But there is one challenge: even after we install the CDI, this thing remains. So in order to change this, we'll have to open the other side cover, because otherwise we cannot remove it. So that is the next item to be done. So to start with, what I'll do is I'll install the CDI and then I'll do the wiring, because this is actually a typical crow's nest. So we'll take a remove this, and instead we will install the new wiring kit which I have sourced for this bike. Another challenge is, you can see there is a piece missing here. That is the piece which holds the clutch. So we'll have to do something about that. I'm not sure whether we will do it in this video or we'll do it later, but that is something which needs to be done. So yeah, first thing we'll do is we'll install the CDI and then change the wiring. The wiring here is sort of kind of completed. All I need to do is just ground it somewhere, and then now I have to open the dome and do the rest of the wiring there. Hopefully this stupid electrician has not spliced everything, otherwise it is going to be a long night. Plus I have to take the ignition coil from the old RD and fix it here. So let me do that as well. So we have a very long way to go. I should have expected this. The wiring is absolute nightmare, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to just connect the ignition switch and see if that brings this to life. So the vehicle is done in such a way that it will start now. There is slight delay in the cable, but that is not a problem. Just see how sweet it fires with both the engines. No tuning has been done yet. I've just removed the carburetors from my vehicle and put it here. So it is going to be raw. that's a video. I hope you like the new getup. It might look very slim because all that undergrowth is gone. The bike is running fine. I need to just put the wiring properly now, so which I'll do during the night. I'm not feeling like doing it now because I have to go outside. So yeah, that's the video. I will upload the wiring bit as well, and once everything is corrected I'll try to do a test ride. Probably I'll do it in this video itself, otherwise we'll do it in the next one. So finally the RD work was done, and the guy who owns the RD had come to pick it up. But when we started the vehicle, it was not firing on one cylinder properly. So initially I thought it is because it doesn't have fuel in the filters, but that is not the case. We put some fuel and intermittently it was firing. So looks like some wire is either loose or disconnected. We have to check that, and once that is taken care of, then we can make sure that the vehicle is gone for good. So presently the plan was, I actually changed the gear shaft, and I also changed the CDI. I converted it to CDI. So that was what was achieved today. The gear shaft is perfect now. It is working fine. We have also filled new oil in it. I couldn't take that on video. Another thing is the wiring is almost complete. Only 3 indicators need to be connected, and the problem is there with the switch, because this switch was an old switch which was lying here. I'll try to either apply some WD-40 on it and see if it works. If it doesn't, then obviously we have to get new switches. Then also I have now most of the wires are twisted. What we need to do is we need to solder them, and then after soldering we need to apply shrink wrap on them and make it professionally done. Like this is now kicking my OCD like anything. So what I'll do is I'll hopefully complete it in the coming week if I get time, or else it is going to be the weekend. The weekend after that is Onam, so anything which needs to be completed needs to be completed this week. I have some spares coming for my RD from Hyderabad. There is a set of head studs that is coming, and secondly there is those crank locks. I have ordered those as well. There are a couple of more things which I need to order. So right now I have not given anything for electroplating, because especially during this Onam week it is very difficult to get things on time, so it doesn't make sense to go ahead and give it to them and have those things stuck there, and then probably the situation is also bad. So if the lockdown gets extended or any such thing happens, then it might get stuck there. So what I'll do is, once those shops are open properly, then I'll go ahead and hand it over to them. So that is the video today, guys. Thanks a lot for watching, and really appreciate you guys watching the videos. However, our subscription rates are low, so I would really appreciate if you can subscribe and share it with your friends so that they can also subscribe. So that's about it today. I'll give you a walk around of this bike, and I'll also try to see if it's a minor problem. If that is the case, then obviously we can try to fix it right now. Else we'll have to call it a day, and then probably, try to attack it some time during this week. Alright, thanks a lot for watching. Bye.